There's a key diagnostic tool that helps measure your home's energy efficiency, and it's called a blower door test. In this episode of Foam University, I'm going to show you what a blower door test is, how it works, and exactly what it is that it measures. In the beginning, we did a test, and at the end, we're going to do a test to show you how important the air seal that foam insulation creates is to your home's energy efficiency. So what is a blower door test? Essentially, this test is done to see how much air movement is inside of your home. With this large fan here in the door, that is going to suck all of the air out of the house, and that's going to affect the internal pressure. So what does that mean exactly? As it's pulling air out of the home, it's actually pulling air out of all of the gaps, cracks, crevices in the home where air is leaking in and also out. This will give them a number that gives them an idea of how many air leaks are in the home and how creating an air seal can fix it. So why is this blower door test important? Well, if your air conditioner and furnace are running constantly, this test pinpoints exactly how much air leakage is happening inside of your home. Now, this is also important if you're planning on upgrading to an insulation material like foam insulation, because at the beginning of this project, we did take a test to see what the baseline would be. And then when it's done, we're gonna do another test that's gonna show us essentially how much air now is moving through the home, and you're hoping that it's not nearly as much. The blower door testing is important because it gives a technician a number, a CFM at 50 pascals, which tells them how many cubic feet of air your home exchanges per minute. Lower numbers after the air sealing is done in that second test that I told you about means that they have better energy efficiency. So let's talk a little bit about how the test is done. First, there's the setup. A technician chooses a door leading directly outside. No garages or anything. It is generally going to be the front door. All of the exterior doors, windows are closed, and all the interior doors stay open. The furnace or HVAC system is also shut off to avoid any interference with the test. Next up is the equipment installation. A frame and flexible panel are put together and then they're installed in the door frame. A fan is mounted in the panel, hooked up to a handheld pressure gauge and airflow meter. Once all of this is done, now it's time to run the test. The technician enters your home's square footage, sets the pressure to 50 pascals. The fan runs for 90 seconds to 2 minutes while airflow is measured in cubic feet per minute. Now we're going to get real scientific and we're going to start interpreting those results. A CFM close to your square footage is a good baseline. The baseline for this home in particular is 3,516. Now if the CFM is too high, that means that there's a lot of air leaks. And if it's too low, that means there's actually a lack of ventilation in the home, which can actually be solved by just running some exhaust fans. Now in some cases, the technician will actually go around with tools like smoke pencils or thermal cameras just to visually locate the leaks. Now that we've sealed the building envelope, it's time to run that blower door test again. First, I'm going to set the pressure at 50 and hit set. So that hit right around 2650. Which is ideal, and that's going to show that we have a lot less air movement into and out of this home. The blower door test is a great tool to help us know definitively how much air is leaking out of the home. Now, I've shown you that the blower door test is the gold standard to show the energy efficiency of a home. Now, when we started this project, the CFM was around 3,516. That second blower door test that we did show that the CFM is now around 2655, maybe a little bit lower. So, the blower door test. It is hard numbers and hard proof and evidence that sealing the building envelope definitely makes a difference in the amount of air leakage in the home. Now you understand why we are such big fans of blower door tests, pun intended. If you want to learn more about building science and all the cool things that foam insulation can do, check out the Learning Center on our website. There you're going to find tons of articles and videos to answer all of your questions. I'm your building science brainiac reminding you to bring a little science to every project.